Welcome to another edition of Arizona Living. Today, I'm going to share an updated 2021 pros and cons of living in Arizona. Stay tuned! So guys, my name is Sam. I'm the host of Arizona Living. I've been living in Arizona now 9 years. 9 long years. And this is a video people always ask me to redo. I've done several takes of this previously. This is a 2021 edition of my pros and cons of living in Arizona. Now, I am a transplant. I'm originally from New York, New Jersey. So why do I say both New York and New Jersey? Because I was raised in Brooklyn till age 15, then moved to Jersey the majority of my life, and then came over here for the past 9 years in the Phoenix Valley. So some of you are familiar with the channel, some of you are not. I am not the biggest fan of Arizona. Now I know what you're gonna say. Oh, you're not talking about Flagstaff or Sedona. You're right. This video is specifically about living in the Phoenix Valley. So let's start with the cons. Con number 1 is the blah landscape. Whenever I make these videos, the locals get all mad at me. But listen, it's ugly. The landscape is ugly. You got desert, you got cacti, and mountains in the background, and that's about it. Next, Phoenix is not a real city. I hate to break it to you. It is not Manhattan. It is not Boston. It is not even San Diego. There is no Little Italy or Chinatown. That kind of bleeds into my next thing. There's no culture here. And no, redneck does not count as a culture. Next, the insane heat. Yes, it's a dry heat. But 115 is still 115, okay? Ridiculously hot 4 months out of the year. HOAs, homeowners associations. Most people are not fans of having to pay a monthly fee to have some organization fine you for having weeds in front of your house or send you complaints about having your car parked in the street instead of the driveway. They're a royal pain in the butt. However, in my opinion, they're not so bad. At the end of the day, their job is to make it so that the neighborhood keeps house values up. So you don't have a crazy neighbor painting their house pink with yellow polka dots. Everything is consistent, and that way the home values continue to rise. So in my book, they're not a big deal, but in everybody else's book who watches this channel, they all hem and haw about HOA. So I'll add it to the cons list. Last but not least, housing prices have soared here in the Phoenix Valley. Ridiculous. Now, in the past year or two, the prices here in the Phoenix Valley are comparable to what they are in New Jersey, where I'm from. So that used to be something I would say that was good about Phoenix, was the low housing costs. Not no more. Now it's a con. Now let's talk about the pros. Number 1, of course, there's no snow. You don't have to shovel sunshine, you know? It's a beautiful thing. You don't have to deal with snow at all in the Phoenix Valley. If you want to see snow, you can drive a couple hours north to Flagstaff. Prescott, I'm told, gets a tiny bit of snow, but Flagstaff can get a lot of snow. I know because 2 Christmases ago, we went for Christmas up there, and the family had rented like an Airbnb, and it was snow like crazy. Next, this is gonna surprise some of you. This is on the pros list. Amazon has a distribution site in Phoenix. So whenever I order stuff, it shows up usually the next day, sometimes even the same day. But most of the time I get my deliveries next day. So I am very spoiled. Number 3, the food here is great. I cannot complain about the food except maybe bagels and pizza. Pizza, they have good pizza, but not great pizza. Bagels, I found 2 decent places that serve bagels here. Number 1, Bagel Man in Ahwatukee, and number 2, I would say Bergerno's in Gilbert. But overall, their bagels here suck, other than those 2 that I have found. Pizza, I like Grimaldi's, and I also like, what's that other one? It doesn't matter. The point is, I have yet to find actual Brooklyn-style pizza here. Tolls. There's no tolls at all when you're driving around. I took Cartoon Wife to New York a couple years ago, and she was floored the amount of tolls we have to pay for all the little bridges and the freaking turnpike and the parkway. She's like, what is with all these tolls? That's a normal thing over there. Over here, there are 0 tolls. So that's a pro. In the Phoenix Valley, they have all the major department stores you need. They got Macy's and Sprouts, and they got all sorts. You name it, they got a variation of it here. So going shopping is not a big deal. They do have malls. They also have outdoor malls. I personally do everything on Amazon. But if I wanted to, I could go to a store. Now, this one's going to be a little controversial. There's very little police presence on the highways. And where I'm from, there's state troopers waiting for you at every exit, looking to give you a speeding ticket. In the Phoenix Valley, not so much. So the chance of you getting a speeding ticket is not much, So lots of people speed here as a result. Again, you can look at it good or bad. That causes accidents maybe, but you're not going to get too many speeding tickets. In terms of the job market and dating, the competition here, meh. It's not New York. In New York, everybody's a player. And in terms of jobs, they are fierce. Here, there's a reason why people from Brooklyn are usually very successful. Because we're scrappy and we do whatever it takes to get the job done. So it's easy pickings over here in Arizona in that regard. And finally, state and property taxes are low in Arizona. Okay, I don't know the exact numbers. All I know is that they are lower here than they are in New Jersey, where I'm from. So to recap, there's actually more on my pros list than on my cons list. Now, do I absolutely love living in Arizona? No. Me, heart of hearts, I'd rather be back in Jersey. But my wife refuses. So I'm stuck here, But I'm not in witness protection. I'm stuck here because we have a kid and my mom is here, my brother's here. I can't leave, But if you have a choice, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. Moving anywhere is a very personal decision. You're gonna wanna spend some time here to make sure it's a fit. If there's a good vibe and you like the particular area. The Phoenix Valley is very wide. It could take you an hour from the West Valley to the East Valley. My choice, I personally prefer the East Valley, like Gilbert or Queen Creek or Chandler, but there's nothing wrong with the West Valley if you're looking to save a little bit of money. The schools on the West Valley aren't as good as the East Valley, but hey, it's up to you. If you don't have no kids, you plan on not having kids, if you're here on a strict budget, maybe consider the West Side. Like I said, it's not that bad. In particular, I actually like Goodyear. I lived in Avondale for a few years. North Avondale, north of the 10 is good. South of the 10, But anyway, guys, that is my updated 2021 list of pros and cons of living in Arizona. If you haven't already, smash that like button and let me know below what questions can I answer for you about what we talked about. Till next time!